What is happening, everybody? Welcome back to another live stream. We have two live streams today, actually. One right now and then another one coming up at 12 Eastern. What is it now? EDT? I can't keep track. EDT and EST. I guess it's EDT right now, right? So daylight time, right? Yeah, summer and spring. So coming up at noon Eastern, we'll go with that. Noon Eastern, we're going to have Douglas Boneparth joining us, talking about crypto success, talking about business, what you can do during these rough times. That is a recession. We think it is, right? If we're not there yet, we're probably heading for one. And he is a seasoned professional, so I think it's going to bring a lot of value. Again, that one coming up later at 12 o'clock. So this one will end a little bit before then, of course, and then we'll be back at 12. So, but in this live stream this morning, I want to talk about the shakeout. Is the crypto shakeout over? Yesterday was interesting in that we saw the CPI report come out, and immediately Bitcoin tumbled. The entire crypto market crashed, mini crash, I guess you could say, for a short period of time, though, because then it quickly reversed and got right back to where it was before the CPI data had come out. Kind of interesting. I don't know if it was a bunch of fear and then, smart money buying the dip. Maybe it was just pure market manipulation, a quick dump to see what would happen, and then people bought it right back up. Nonetheless, it was fascinating to watch because I did not expect that to happen yesterday, especially, minutes after the CPI data report was out. I thought it was just going to be a bad day in crypto, but things reversed. We're kind of sitting somewhere in the middle of all of that here today. We'll talk about that. But I want to go back to a conversation that Raul Paul had with Sam Bankman-Fried on his Real Vision crypto channel. By the way, Raul Paul, one of the best macroeconomic professionals out there, was on a Twitter space last night for 2+ hours. It was amazing. I wish I could pull up Twitter right now and show you where you can watch the recording, but Twitter is down right now. I think everybody's probably well aware of that. But when it comes back up, I'll show you where to go. And if you want to get some value, if you want to learn some things about macroeconomics and what's going on with, the feds and everything surrounding our market conditions, I really, really highly suggest you listen to more Raul Paul and listen to the Real Vision YouTube channel. Now, this particular discussion that I'm going to start with here this morning, make sure you guys hit that like button on your way in. This particular discussion that we're going to start with was not too long ago. They had a conversation. Sam Bankman-Fried sat down with Raul Paul, and it was a fascinating conversation, to say the least. So hello, everybody that's in the building. What's up, Alvaro? How we doing, man? Jason Davidson's in the house. What's going on, man? Want to become famous? Buy followers, primes, and viewers on mountainviewers.com. No, you got to do it organically, man. Alan Beats is on Twitch. So shout out to Alan for that. But yeah, you don't want to do it that way, man. Greetings, sir. What's up, Fresh Steez? What's going on, man? Crypto Art, what's happening? Good morning. Good morning. What's up, Finest? Greetings from California. Nice. You're up early on the West Coast. What's up, Trevor? NutraFam in the building. What's up, Fresh? Twitter is working fine on my phone. Nice. Okay. So for me, it's not. I don't know what country you're in, Jesus, but I don't think it's working for me at all. Let me just double check. Oh, it's back now. Twitter is back. All right, we've got Twitter back. Wait a minute. Hold on. I gotta see this real quick. Is Twitter back? Let's see. This is the error I was receiving all morning. Yeah, see, I'm still getting it on the desktop. Let me refresh. Oh, it's back. So the Twitter outage is I got to do this real quick. Twitter is back. All right, there we go. Bang. All right, so real quick, here's what I'm going to do. Also, I'm going to tweet this out. I'm going to tweet out. I always forget to do this. I tweet out the link. So, guys, if you could hit that like button and help me share this tweet too with the masses. And let's get a bunch of people in here hanging out this morning. It's always good to get different points of view. And let's see. We are live. There we go. So, guys, if you could help me push this one out, just tweet it out. There we go. Crypto Shakeout Over. We are live. There we go. All right. So now we're ready to rock and roll. So I want to jump back into this, and let's see here. If I just go back a couple times. There we go. All right. So let's listen to Sam Bankman-Fried. The great conversation he had with Raul Paul not too long ago. And Ben's in the house. What's up, Jason? What's going on? in Atlanta. Okay, cool. Yeah, we're back up and running now. 60 watching, 19 likes. Yeah, get those likes up. Hit that like button. It's totally free to do. Coffee sip. What's up? BC Canada here. Nice. Good morning, future crypto millionaires. I like it. I like it. Jason will do. Yes, I like it. All right, guys. Appreciate all the support. And let's jump in. Let's learn a little bit about what's going on here with the conversation Sam Bankman-Fried had with Raoul Pal. Let's listen in, and then we'll react. And I want to get your thoughts.
I don't see any particular reasons that we couldn't be at the bottom. And I'm not trying to say that we definitely are at the bottom. But, like, I think the unwinding that had to happen has happened. I mean, it's been an extremely messy, last month, obviously. And, one of the interesting things is that this hasn't been just a crypto phenomenon. Like, when you look at what's happening in markets, right, you see similar things happening in tech. You see similar things to some extent happening, all over the ecosystem where basically you just have a really large, retrenchment of all of the gains that, have happened over the last, year plus in markets. And, it was sort of triggered by the Fed initially by, the expectation that rates were going to finally really start rising and rising more than people thought. But at this point, I mean, the current we've seen in markets, I think, is out of line with what 3% interest rates would normally represent.
Yeah, I mean, I looked at this, and actually I use, monetary tightening as in the rate of change of monetary tightening, plus commodity prices, plus inflation, all of this stuff, and the dollar. I think it's the largest tightening of monetary conditions in all economic history as far as I can find. And it just happened really fast. So, yeah, as you said, this is not a crypto event. This is just a liquidity event, and it's happening. I mean, look at the oil market today. Everyone's super bull on oil. Last thing I heard, somebody had a $350 price target. It's down 10% today alone.
Yeah, exactly. And right, and it starts to get to be like, wait, shit, is it that everything is down because we need to spend all our money on oil, or is oil down because you don't have any money to spend left on oil? Like what's the narrative even anymore?
Well, I think it's a combination of the two, right? Because what you've done is created demand destruction.
Yeah.
But what's interesting to me is I think we're just shifting between what was inflation fears to now is what is a growth collapse. And for me, that's actually pretty bullish to the longer duration assets like tech that got smashed and crypto that got smashed.
At least it's less specific. I mean, look, everything applies to everything to some extent, but as long as the big fear was really on like inflation and liquidity, that specifically is going to hurt things that had huge capital inflows more than anything else. And it's going to hurt, as you said, longer duration plays relative to like oil and bread. But if it really is just an overall economic event, that will still hurt everything. But the spread is going to change there. And I also think, for what it's worth, that people often get a little bit interestingly sort of like sidetracked when thinking about inflation, where it's easy to see the dollar, inflation in the dollar, and then you see all these graphs go up, and you're like, holy shit, that's like an enormous economic change. And then all of a sudden the Fed starts tightening policy and all the numbers go back down and you're like, holy shit, but to some extent it's just the stock split in the US dollar, right? Like that's like one way to think about this. And if that's how you think about it, the whole thing's kind of like a little bit of a sideshow. I don't want to like over, sort of like state that point. But then when you start talking about the actual economy, about like, are we producing less shit now? Like that's real bad. And I think that is also a lot less of like something that hits the financial and financialized sectors, and more of like a, there's just less stuff now.
One of the things I've been looking at is I was in the markets. I was at Goldman during the long-term capital crisis and the Asian crisis. Right, this is what we saw in crypto was that writ large. It was so similar, where there was one or two players who had more leverage than expected amongst a number of counterparties. They all had one big client. That client blows up because of liquidity issues, and it takes everybody down. And we've seen this rule book. We've seen this play out before, right?
Yep. No, absolutely. And there's absolutely something like that going on here where, I think you look at the drop down to 30K in Bitcoin as really being just economically driven, and driven by macro. Like that wasn't very crypto specific. And even the Luna implosion, right? When you actually think about like how much did that affect crypto, the ecosystem outside of Luna, I think there's sort of a general sense of like anything whose like future was dependent on like an unpegged stablecoin definitely never decreasing that much in price. Like it sort of deserved to have like, the ecosystem wasn't pricing in. The core ecosystem wasn't pricing in that UST could never depeg. And so that I think was actually somewhat limited in terms of like the contagion effect that it had on the ecosystem. But I think when you just have an overall huge credit crunch like we've seen, that's a more generalized effect, right? And now you're sort of moving from a world where you're talking about this mostly, as you said, in terms of the, in terms of like specifically what is the, the effect on like a particular few parts of it, to just everyone gets really stressed. Like every business has stress increased on a financial perspective. And then you just sort of like add on top of that, that like, that there are a few that actually fully blew out, right? And it's a recipe for contagion, because you have not just the literal contagion, but you also have, people not having nearly as much capital to deal with it as you would during normal times.
Yeah, there was an old client of mine who gave me an expression that stuck in my mind all the way through my career, which was, "He who has cash in a recession is king." And it's like, I can see that you're in the advantageous situation of having cash in a recession, and there's opportunity everywhere because the space is not, the dynamics of the space haven't changed in the long run. It's a short-term phenomenon that leads to opportunity, I guess.
Oh, certainly. There is a lot of dislocation, and there are a lot of, potentially really good, plays that one could make here if you had infinite capital backing up, that. And of course, no one has infinite capital backing up anything. But, there are still good plays if you have like significant but finite amounts of capital. And so I think that, one of the things we've been thinking about the most here is just like, given everything that's going on, like, what should we be doing? Like, what is, where is it most important that we're deploying our capital right now?
What's your answer to that?
Yeah, so one piece of this, and one of the pieces I think has gotten just the most attention, has been looking at places where, where basically you have, like the sort of classic place that you want to look at is something that like would be totally fine, except for a really nasty short-term liquidity crunch, right? The closer you are to that sort of like ideal, the closer you are to a place where from every perspective, that's where cash should be deployed, right? Both from the perspective of like, is there a good investment opportunity there? Probably, but more importantly, from the perspective of like, can you bail out some customers, bail out a company, and stop contagion from spreading in a way which is basically permanent. It's not like a business that had to go under. Like this is just like there was going to be effectively an economically inefficient crunch in a business because of short-term conditions. So that sort of is a platonic ideal that we're looking for above everything else. And of course, nothing is a platonic ideal, right? Like everything is actually nuanced, and everything at the end of the day, it's all shades of gray, and we understand that, and we're not sort of like looking only at perfect systems, but that's sort of where we start, and then we say, all right, like which places look mostly like that? Like there is, like this is like, it's not just like a money pit.
No, it's not a holistic enterprise that's done just for the greater good.
Right, and so I think that like, we don't just want to be throwing good money after bad, on some of these things. But if there are cases where we can, where we can actually really, either surface, save a really good business, and or where, there's sort of like serious customer protection issues that we can help backstop. And then probably the biggest thing is like contagion that we can actually stop from spreading, right? Not just like bailing out contagion dollar by dollar, right? But like stopping a bunch of contagion with a smaller capital outlay, because it stops like the whole process from having to unwind. Those, I think, are the places that like we are most looking.
Yeah, and distressed investing itself is a very interesting opportunistic, opportunity in itself, and then being able to accelerate your roadmap by doing it is the double whammy, right? It's a perfect state where you can stop contagion spreading because you're the distressed investor, or there's a whole bunch of people who are, and then you get to accelerate the roadmap. Okay, that's a great opportunity.
Yeah, no, that's absolutely right. And that's, again, nothing is a platonic ideal, but like, the things that look at least the most like that are the places that we're most looking at. And the places that most look like there's a gigantic hole that's going to be hard to plug, and there's nothing there left beyond that hole, like that's all that's left, are the places where, we feel more like it's not clear what there's left to do here. Like it's a shitty situation, but it's not clear it's a salvageably shitty one. And so, I think that sort of is the core, the core sort of, split there.
All right, so that was Sam Bankman-Fried on with Raoul Pal, and a lot of people were asking what channel this is. I actually don't subscribe to this particular channel, but it's Real Vision Crypto, but his other big channel is just Real Vision. So if you come over here, type in Real Vision, you'll find it right here. This is Raoul Pal's Real Vision Finance, absolute gold right here. So if you're looking to get educated, this is a great channel for you. Definitely recommend this one. And again, Raoul Pal had an unbelievable space last night. Let me try to pull this up actually real quick. Oh, by the way, Raoul Pal liked my tweet, which was pretty epic. I would love to get him on the channel. That would be awesome. I put this tweet out last night, and welcome into everybody who's just popping in. Make sure you guys hit that like button on your way in. Great value from Jim Bianco. He's got over 200K on Twitter. He's president of Bianco Research, LLC. He dropped a lot of knowledge last night during the Twitter space. And here's Raoul Pal. Two great follows there on social media. But yeah, if we go to the likes here, Raoul Pal liked this tweet, and I had to follow it up with Raoul. It would be an honor to bring you on the YouTube channel. I know you're super busy, always learning for your perspectives. We'll see if it actually happens. The cool thing is the guy I'm having on later today at noon looks to be maybe somewhat friends with Raoul Pal. At least Raoul Pal follows him, Douglas Boneparth. Really looking forward to this later this afternoon at 12 o'clock. Make sure you guys come back and join us for that. It's going to be a great conversation with a super successful person. And Douglas Boneparth joins us at 12. And again, I'm going to try to obviously maybe ask Douglas after the show if he does have a connection with Raoul. But I'm really interested in hearing Douglas's story. He's got a deep background, and we can go over that here in a little bit. But going back to Real Vision, I want to show you this Twitter space because it was unbelievably knowledgeable in terms of just understanding where we are globally right now in our financial situation, right? So if we go over to Real Vision and we go to their Twitter page, and again, they have the YouTube page up as well, I would recommend following both. I think they're both fantastic resources here. But let's see if they tweeted it out. Yeah, it was right here. So it was 2.5 hours last night. Look at that. Almost 30,000 people tuned in. The conversation was about inflation, US dollar, crypto, what the hell is going on. If you missed this and you've got some time, 2.5 hours of pure knowledge here. So check out that full recording. It's right here. I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to retweet this tweet so that way it's on my feed and you can kind of see that. This guy's got it. I mean, this was one of the most informative spaces I've ever listened to. So much quality macro content here. Thank you for sharing your knowledge and time, Raoul and Jim Bianco. So great stuff. Good morning, Foxy. How we doing? Larry, good morning to you. Hit that like. What's up? Nice connections being made with Raoul. Maybe. I mean, we'll see. We're going to talk with Douglas today. I think he might know of Raoul. Raoul follows him on Twitter. We'll see. That is where I've been focusing a lot of my efforts. I want to bring super smart people on here, especially during times of crisis like this, and get perspective. And, I think it would be a great service to everybody out there to bring some of these powerful people in the space on here and pick their brain a little bit. What's up, Believes? How we doing, man? Believes, do you like USDC reflections? dude, keep the shilling to a minimum, man. I get it. You're excited, and it looks like you're talking about a new project or whatever. Piggy bank. I have no idea what this is, but please, I don't think I have a moderator in here, so I'm gonna have to moderate. Crypto, just be respectful, man. Don't come in here just straight shilling everything here. That's not what this is about. Spunk up next. Unreal Engine is working on their game. What's up, Scott? Good morning to you, man. Good morning, Zach, and everyone in here. What's up, Nutra? How you doing? Justin, calm down about USD. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, bring that down a notch, right? So yeah, this is the big question. Is the shakeout over, right? And you saw this as the title. So it's not clear when the market turbulence will finally settle. We have a lot of things working against us, of course, but analysts expect there to be more pain ahead as crypto firms struggle to pay down their debts and process clients' withdrawals. We're seeing that happen with a numerous amount of companies. The next dominoes to fall could be crypto exchanges and miners, according to James Butterfill, head of research CoinShares. I'm getting all of my crypto off of crypto exchanges, off of centralized exchanges, definitely off of the small centralized exchanges. I still think, here in the US, you have Coinbase and FTX, but anything can happen. We've seen so many liquidations happen in a short amount of time. So I highly suggest getting one of these guys right here. This is my Ledger Nano X. Great product here. Make sure you're buying this off the actual website. But I would highly recommend getting one of these, learning how to use it, and getting your crypto on a safe, stored place. And, you'll have your keys. You have full access to it. You don't have to worry about various centralized exchanges going bankrupt. Looks like Dow has slumped 600 points as traders worry about larger rate hikes as well. I want to talk about that because I heard something in the space yesterday about potential rate hikes that was kind of alarming, but maybe necessary. So I'll come back to that here in just a minute. But it says here, even established players like Coinbase have been impacted by declining markets. Last month alone, Coinbase laid off 18% of its employees to cut down on costs. The United States crypto exchange has seen trading volumes collapse lately in tandem with falling digital currency prices. And it says, meanwhile, crypto miners that rely on specialized computing equipment to settle transactions on the blockchain could also be in trouble. This is coming from Butterfill. He says, we have also seen examples of potential stress where miners have allegedly not paid their electricity bills, potentially alluding to cash flow issues, he said in a research note last week. So I want to come back up to this point here where we were talking about potential rate hikes. It was on the headline up here. Dow slumps 600 points as traders worry about larger rate hikes. So something that was mentioned last night in that Twitter space that I was referencing right here. So this guy right here, Jim Bianco, great analysis of kind of what's going on from a macro perspective. He is expecting, or basically says that 100 basis point rate hike is on the table. Don't be surprised. And don't quote me on this. I think Jim said that he sees it as a 70% chance that with the 100-point rate hike next time the Feds move up the rates, hike the rates. With that being said, a lot of people have been complaining, like, just take the Band-Aid off already, right? Don't slowly do this. Just rip the Band-Aid off and let's be done with it. And, I think 100 basis point rate hike would be leaning in that direction, in that, hey, we're not going to just slow and steady this thing. We're just going to fast track it and let's hike it up. It's going to be bad in the short term, but let's get through it. So that was something they were discussing pretty heavily. Now, Raul has some different opinions about where crypto could be going than Jim, but just some great perspectives from both parties. Again, a 2.5-hour space. I'm telling you guys, it's just jam-packed with value. I caught probably an hour and a half of it, so I need to go back and listen to the first hour, but I caught the second hour and, probably the last, 60-70% of it. And man, it was great. So just definitely do that. I'm going to follow Real Vision here too. I always follow their YouTube channel. Okay, so that is that. And let's see who's in chat here. Let's see. Boca says, I'm just a bit under the weather. No problem, brother. Good morning to you. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. What's up, Carlos? How we doing? The shakeup. Good morning, Zach. I thought we could see a larger crypto tanking after the CPI data. More to come. It's a good point. I've been looking at Polygon a lot lately too, guys. This thing has been on fire, and I'm loving it because I got in here at 53 cents. But anyway, we're slightly in the green here. And yeah, yesterday was a weird day after the CPI data came out. Very strange, right? So we saw this massive, massive tank basically right when the CPI data came out. Let me move up my screen so you can actually see what the hell I'm talking about here. All right. So massive free fall after CPI data came out. You could see here we were, trading just under 20,000 and we dipped below 19,000 in the matter of like an hour. Okay. So very quickly there were liquidations. But then what happened later throughout the day was a resurgence, and we actually got higher than we were when the day had started before the CPI data had come out, which was kind of crazy. And right now we're just kind of consolidating here just under 20,000. Will we see another dip? My guess is yes, but it's a guess. I mean, it really is. I mean, you could point to various things, but anybody who says they've got it all figured out right now and they know exactly where Bitcoin is going, they don't. What I've come to see very, 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 what I saw very, very soon is that most TA experts are wrong. And I'm not saying TA is bad. I'm just saying TA is just one tool, and it's hard to do TA in crypto compared to stocks, right? And listen, I think there's a chance that we're certainly going to go lower than that 17.5 number in the short term here, especially if the Feds continue to aggressively hike rates, which it looks like that is going to happen. Okay. And I've got dry powder on the sidelines waiting for those sort of situations. And I'm not going all in right now with any of my cash on the sidelines. I'm slowly getting in. Like, yesterday I added a little bit to Cardano. Cardano dipped down to about 40 cents yesterday. I thought that was a great entry point. I added some, okay, right in the midst of this collapse here. Okay. It almost broke that 40-cent barrier, which is the yearly low for Cardano. But I got it right around 40 cents. I was happy with that. It's quickly retraced a little bit up to 42, 43 cents. I'm cool with that because I'm playing the long game. Now, am I deploying all of my funds into Cardano that I have on the sidelines? No, because there is a chance it breaks that 39-cent low. There is a chance that it breaks down near 20 cents. We talked about that yesterday in a couple different videos. So, same could be said for SHIB, right? So yesterday, SHIB gave back that zero momentarily, went to the 9.8 range. I added there 100%, right? And then it bounced after the CPI data had come out, and then the entire market slowly started going back upwards. But I'm not deploying all of my money on the sidelines at one particular time right now. I don't think that's smart because there are still a lot of unknowns out there, and there's a really good chance that, yes, we could be going lower here in the short term. And we'll see when we go down and retest that 17.7, if we do, or that 17.5 that Bitcoin hit. We'll see what happens, right? But again, we're going to have to pay close attention to a few different things. What the Feds are going to do with hikes, if we have any big liquidation factors, at play from bigger companies. Sam Bankman-Fried said he wasn't sure how much the UST debacle really collapsed Bitcoin. And maybe not directly, but I think indirectly it had a huge impact on the liquidations. I mean, Bitcoin dropped 20% literally within 24 hours after that whole mess happened. Now, was it all tied, to UST directly? I don't think so, but I think there was a lot of indirect effects that created fear in the markets and fear in crypto and fear that your money wasn't safe anywhere and fear that algorithmic stablecoins and maybe even outside looking in, all stable coins were not stable anymore. And people got scared, right? People got scared and they took their money out. So it's hard to say if it was a direct or indirect. I think it was probably a combination of the two, that caused the sell-off there. But all right, let's see. Sean says, good morning. Great work. Coffee time. What's up, Sean? Hello, Zach. Love the channel. Keep up the good work. I appreciate that, man. Thank you. That is where I have my spunk right now. Ledger rocks, no doubt. Is ADA supported on Ngrave 0? I'm not sure. How many exchanges have gone bankrupt? Well, it looks like it's either exchanges or lending platforms. Some of them are lending platforms. So And then hedge funds as well. Three Arrows Capital, you had Celsius, Voyager, to name a few. Not your keys, not your crypto. Exactly, Carlos. Good morning. What are your thoughts on some crypto companies relocating out of the United States and moving to the Middle East, such as Binance? It makes complete sense, Jim. Makes complete sense in my opinion. And guys, thank you all so much for popping in. Make sure you guys hit that like button on your way in. Consider subscribing to the channel as well. I think we're getting a lot of new folks in here today. Really appreciate you if you hit that like button. I appreciate you no matter what, but it really helps us out. But I think there's a lot of companies eyeing places like Dubai in the Middle East, eyeing places like Puerto Rico, and very crypto-friendly places because of the big discussions happening around crypto regulation and the unknowns with how that's going to play out and the unknowns of how the United States is going to tackle these regulatory issues, right? So you're seeing companies move to Dubai and to Puerto Rico because there is already clarity on what the regulations look like. And not to mention, it's just crypto friendly. I mean, the two most crypto friendly places in the entire world are Dubai and Puerto Rico. There's no question about it. So I think you'll see a lot more companies move in those directions as we get even closer with regulatory concerns or a lack thereof regulatory clarity here in the United States, and especially if regulation comes harsher than people could imagine. It's good to have a couple of ledgers, not just rely on one. I agree, Michael. First Sip, what's happening? Tap the like button when you slide in. What's up, EMAC? I appreciate you, man. Samuel says, my crypto outlook is to expect the worst, hope for the best. Yeah, man, I agree. I agree. And play the long game, right, Sam? I mean, if you're playing the long game here, you're not going to get shook out of the market when some bad things happen, right? All of this is short term. It really is when we're looking at 2025, 2030, and beyond. Let's see here. Kelly is in the house. What's up, Kelly? Morning, go Poly. Yeah, Mark. Polygon has been on a nice tear, man. I'll tell you what. Scott says, like that smash button. Yes. What's your outlook on ADA at this point? I know you're stacking. Yes, definitely stacking ADA still. I crossed over 80,000 ADA. So that's very, very close to my overall goal of getting 100,000 ADA. And I'll be there relatively soon. But I'm waiting a little bit. I'm being patient on that because, again, Cardano has a chance. If we break to the downside and we go below that 39-cent level, it could free fall all the way down near 20 cents. It could happen, right? And I want to have dry powder on the sideline to really buy that dip, more so than I'm buying the dip at 40 cents, right? Because that would really help drive my average cost per Cardano down. I was talking to a couple friends with Cardano, and this is just, I think this goes to show you how I feel about Cardano and my conviction in Cardano. I had a couple different friends call me and kind of just needed talked off the ledge a little bit, I think, right? Because they hold a lot of crypto and they're not like checked into it every single day, and they're worried, they're concerned, right? They're like, hey, what's going on, man? I mean, should I just get rid of this stuff? Should I just leave the market? And I love having those conversations. And my one friend, he's got probably about 13,000 worth of Cardano at an average price of like $1.26. And he's like, I'm worried, man. Like my investment is so far down right now. I've got an average cost of $1.26 per ADA. I'm like, dude, you're good. I'm like, do you know how many people wish they were in your shoes? And like, do you know how many people wish they could stack that amount of ADA, even at that price point at $1.86? You got to think long term. And as long as this is a long-term investment, this was me talking to him, then you're okay. I mean, you're in a good spot. Cardano's been as high as $3, man. I mean, you're good. It's going to bounce back. And it's hard for some people to stomach all of this, but Cardano's a household name. It's a top 10 crypto. It's not going anywhere, anytime soon. It's a $14 billion market cap. And he's got $13,000 worth at at $1.26. That's solid, man. That's solid. And, another friend was in a similar situation, and I had to just kind of give him that macro perspective a little bit as well. So, hey, buddy, what are your honest thoughts on Saitama? I'm still holding and wanted to get your thoughts. Relosta, for me, man, I have completely removed myself from my position in Saitama. I wish them the best. I wish everybody who's invested in it the best, but I've moved on. There are other things out there, other opportunities. And, luckily I did take some profits along the way late last year. I'll forever be grateful to the Saitama community. They helped, grow my channel immensely. But the bottom line is, man, the dev team kind of did it for me, and it was a lack of execution. It was over-promising, under-delivering, and I decided to leave. And, for that, I got a lot of backlash, and people came at me, and that's fine. But I'm going to be honest. When things are good, I'll say they're good. When things are bad, I'll say they're bad. And that's where I'm at on it, man. And it's okay. I mean, you can't please everybody, right? It's impossible. So it is what it is. If they would have delivered on everything that they said they would deliver on, and if they would have taken the initiative like I thought they were going to do, they had some great ideas. And that's why I invested in it in the first place. Guys, it was a huge, huge investment for me. Huge investment for me. At the time, I put in $3,200, which was basically an ETH worth. That $3,200 turned into, like, at its peak, like 70,000. Now, I got in a little bit late too. I didn't get into Saitama until August, I think. If you'd have got in July, it would have been even bigger, right, of a gain. But hell yeah, when we got to the Saitama event around that time period, it was actually after the night of the event, I started liquidating 100%. I mean, you're crazy if you don't. And anybody who tells you like you're stupid for selling, it's going to be bigger 10 years from now, maybe it will be. But if you have an opportunity to book profits along the way, do it. 100% do it. I mean, that's life-changing money. When you turn $3,200 into 60 grand, I mean, what are we doing here? We're just going to hold a bunch of tokens and say, hey, look at me. I'm a member of the Wolfpack, or I'm a member of this team, and I don't sell. Like, that's stupid to me. That's ridiculous. Take profits. That's why we're here. We're here to better our lives, better our families' lives, do it responsibly, take profits along the way. 100%. Always. And what I like to do is take those profits and drive that stuff back into bigger assets. So what did I do? I took my Saitama profits and went ahead and bought a Bitcoin. I bought my first full Bitcoin with those profits. I'm proud of that. I'm excited about that. That's not to be pushed down or upon. That's not to be looked down upon. The fact that I took my profits from Saitama and bought a full Bitcoin, that's good. That's a good thing, right? So that's kind of where I sit on it, man. I didn't want to talk that much on it, but you got me riled up a little bit, and I think it's important we continue to say that. I mean, because this narrative of hodl, hodl, hodl forever, it's stupid. I mean, I wish I can say it, in a more sophisticated way, but it's stupid. That's dumb. That's not smart. Make sure you like and subscribe, share the love. I feel as strong as ADA as SHIB. Yes. And SHIB, here's the thing with SHIB, and this is the way I look at a lot of these assets that are up there in the top 100. You can have multiple openings on one particular asset. So I have a opening in SHIB that I don't sell out of at all. It's my long-term bag for like 2030 vision, right? And then I have bags that I trade out of too. Lost in Crypto, good morning. What do you all call a big bag in crypto? Hi, Zach. I have the senior citizen 10-year plan. What's up, Phil? Loading up and holding the 5-6 favorites. Keep up the great info. Phil, thank you so much, man. I appreciate the $10 donation and appreciate you listening in this morning, man. Terrarium will have a great future. I do like what Terrarium is building, Red. Excited about that big burn they've got coming up, too. SHIB pumping suddenly now. Watch out. Is it out of nowhere right now? Hold on. Let's see here. SHIB's pumping. Where do I want to go? Trading View, SHIB. SHIB pumping? Not pumping, but still sitting at 10.25, so solid. Hi, Zach. Which platform do you use to buy your crypto? I mostly use Uniswap or PancakeSwap, and get it on a MetaMask. I use MetaMask as my wallet. And then I'm backing it up on my Ledger Nano X. I do still have some money on some exchanges that I'll keep on there, but it's not a ton. I don't want to keep a lot of money on those exchanges, and those exchanges are mostly used for me for trading purposes. Those are swing trading options. Buy at these discounts. What's up, Red? Good morning, Nakia. How we doing? Last time after the Fed meeting, it went up and then came crashing down. Yes, it's a good point, Robert. Hello, my love. Phoenix Finance and Farrell are very bullish in this bear market on the Kronos chain. Thanks, Matt. Will market go more down from here? We talked about this a little bit, man. I don't have a crystal ball, but I do think there's a good chance that it will eventually dip a little bit lower. Yeah, I do. I do think that. Do I know for sure? No, I don't have a crystal ball. But we'll see. I'm prepared if it does. I think that's the big thing. Be prepared if it does. That's what we can control. We can't control what the market will do, but we can control being prepared for whatever the market does, right? So that's the way I like to look at it. Control what you can control. All we can really control in this situation is to be prepared for anything. Be prepared for the worst. Stack them up. What's up, Dean? Holding SHIB Polygon on ETH here. Nice. Gathering Gala at this point. What's up, Sleepy Healer? Jasmy's going to be massive. It's all about data democracy, metaverse coming tomorrow. Thanks, DJ Zippy. What you think about Crow? I'm bullish on that. What's up, Soto? What's your thoughts on IP3? I don't know about that one, Sleepy Healer. Roaring Wookie, what's up? A lot of long-term potential in Harmony One. They'll recover from the hack. I do like Harmony One, Scott. I bought some of that last year in 2021. I'm down on it, of course, but I'll hold it. See what happens. Roaring, same here. What's up, T Hobbs? Good morning, man. Check out TG when you can or text. Okay, will do. How do you take breaks from making YouTube videos? Well, Crypto Summers, I think you're a new YouTuber, right, Crypto Summers? I'm pretty sure I saw some of your content, man. Congratulations on starting the channel. That's the hardest step, and then just be consistent with it. How do I take breaks? I wish I took more breaks, but like yesterday, I went and played golf. You try to get all your work done like early and enjoy your afternoons or take vacations. You got to have that balance for sure. You don't want to burn out, Boca, good morning. T Hobbs is in the house. Yes, Foxy. Any decent micro cap recommendations? Samuel Kim, yes, we do have some micro cap recommendations. That's a good point. Let's go ahead and take a look at it. Guys, I want to focus first on BTFA. They are doing a lot of great things here, okay? So BTFA, its price is up right now. It's up 16%, up to the 5.8 level. This is BTFA, but take a look at Bandex. This is their governance token. And I know some people have heard of this, but others have not. Bandex right now is up 70% on the week in this bear market. They've got a ton of catalysts working. And if we go over their Twitter page, it is just filled with partnership announcements. So let me head over to Banana Task Force Ape here. Now that Twitter is back up and running, right? It says here, trading is now live on Bitmart Exchange for Bandex. So that just popped open 1 hour ago. I'm going to retweet that. Let's see. Partnership announcement. This was 12 hours ago last night. So their main website, BTFA, is getting a facelift by Moontech. So this Ali Ansari, founder of Moontech, and creating another website exclusively for utilities. So I'm guessing the Ape wallet will be there, staking. So that is going to be really cool to watch. No gimmicks, more fundamentals. This is a small cap project. You want to talk about one that is building, that continues to get listed on various exchanges after exchanges, sold out within 2 weeks of 10,000 NFTs in a bear market. Really like what they're building here. T Hobbs, a big part of it, of course. Shout out to him. I remember talking to T Hobbs about this right when they were launching. I said, hey, man, I'm smelling something brewing here. And that is, BTFA. So this as well was another announcement that happened yesterday. The CryptoCart team are excited to announce the most recent strategical partnership with Banana Task Force Ape. CryptoCart is kind of like shopping.io and some of these other websites. And if we take a look at their website, we could see kind of what they do in the shopping and retail space, bringing crypto to it. So basically, buy gift cards with your favorite cryptocurrencies. Our goal is to bridge the gap between decentralized finance and e-commerce like never seen before in crypto. So shopping.io, now payments, CryptoCart is just another avenue. And this was a really cool partnership for BTFA as well that came across. And looks like they added Polygon here too. So that's cool. There's BTFA added. There was the tweet yesterday. That's awesome stuff. So thanks for your videos, man. It really helps. Appreciate you, man. Thanks for watching. Without anybody watching, it wouldn't wouldn't matter, right? So I appreciate you too. Any updates on Shiba Doge? I did see it's becoming the biggest holding of Ethereum whales. I'm still trying to learn what's going on with that. Obviously, the market cap is much less than that of SHIB or Doge, but I have seen that in the news a little bit. I'm leaving a bag for S and Giggles. I had faith in the beginning. It was beautiful in the beginning. Oh, okay. First sight time. Okay. If you please all your viewers, you're not being truthful. Exactly, Larry. I agree, man. You can't please everybody. Hello. What do you think of Phoenix Finance and Faro and Kronos Chain? I'm a holder, and they're looking good in the market. I've heard about Faro a little bit. I've looked into them. I know they had a really good launch, but Matt, to be honest with you, man, I have not done a deep dive into a lot of the things on Kronos Chain. I do have a Kronos Chain video. They've had 3 big updates. Let's talk about that. But in terms of the assets there, I still need to do a lot of research there. What are your real thoughts on Ape? You got any? I honestly think if I can get back to even, I need to dump it. Not sure it will ever go anywhere. Sometimes I regret getting any. Well, I mean, here's the thing. Ideally, if you could have, swing traded it a little bit when it ran up like crazy. Like I bought in a little bit at launch and swing traded. It got up to almost $30. Now I know, you can't go back in time, right? But I don't think it's going anywhere. I think it's going to be a big metaverse play. I do, Black Sun. I mean, it's Decentraland, Sandbox, and ApeCoin, the top 3 metaverse plays right now by market cap. And as long as the Bored Ape Yacht Club continues to be a dominant force in the NFT space and Yuga Labs continues to be a big player, then I don't think ApeCoin is going anywhere. And I think it has some potential, man. I do. Shiba Punks, Unreal 5 for their play. Nice. Bears eat, bulls eat, pigs get slaughtered. Exactly. I just DCA into different altcoins weekly. Yep, I like that, JC. Top of the morning to you, Mike. What's up, man? Zach, open the video that Vitalik spoke about SHIB. Where is that, Muhad? Just buy Shiba Swap Bone and hold for 2 years, 100 plus X. Feelings regarding Bone. I like it. I own some of it. I want more. Humphries is right. It makes sense. It makes dollars. Selling is not quitting. Agreed. Well said, Zach. Regarding Saitama, no hate for those who have stayed in and wish them all the best. No different than any other project, but the HODL versus take profits debate was spot on in my opinion. Appreciate that, Brandon. I'm a little behind in chat here. Let me catch up here. Hold on. Let's see. Let me catch up. Thanks, Lance. Appreciate everybody popping on here. If you guys haven't hit that like button, what's up, Robert? Congrats to becoming a new member on the channel too, man. Appreciate that. Austin, Zach, and your pop, the legends of meme coins. Appreciate you, Omar. Dex Tools, Bone number 3, and SHIB number 8. Nice. Any news on Terrarium? No, other than that big burn they've got coming and Terra Pool being out. That's pretty much it right now, Caesar. But now their attention shifts to the exchange itself. That should be the next big catalyst. Appreciate you, Robert. Would love Seifu Ape to take off. Great tech, Matt. They have great tech. Crypto Greece has a super chat. Thank you so much for the $5 donation. Hey, Zach, thanks for the live. Check out Shiba Punks. They are making a play-to-earn game built with Unreal Engine 5. Their NFTs will be used in the game. Okay. Interesting. A lot of play-to-earn games coming out. Greece, I would ask, do they have something out now, or do they have a real timeline? Because I think a lot of these play-to-earn games that say, hey, they're a year away, they really shouldn't be tokenizing anything yet. Right? If you're a year away, just build until it's ready and then tokenize it. That's just my opinion. I don't think people should be buying into hype before they really see something. And I think a lot of play-to-earn games did that, and I think that's a mistake. And they might create a really good product, right? Like Engine, ENGN. Like, I really like this project. I've talked about it on the channel before, way back in 2021. I really like it. But I just think they came out with a token way too soon, in my opinion. And if they actually come to fruition and deliver what they have put out there in trailers and things like that, it's going to be a great game. But why tokenize it this early and just kind of build this hype train? Just market yourself without the token. right? That's kind of what I'd like to see more of in the play to earn space. Do you have a nonprofit you donate to? Roaring Wookie. I don't really, I haven't donated to a nonprofit per se, but I donate all the time. I do giveaways just to the community. I want to give back to the people that support the channel. I do giveaways in my private community as well. So anybody who's a Patreon member, if you're interested in that, link down below in the description if you want to check that out. But we do giveaways within the private community. And I've done countless giveaways here on Twitter. And I'll be doing another one soon. $100 giveaways. We've done $200 giveaways, $300 giveaways. We'll continue to do a lot of those. Usually it's paid out in ETH. I'd much, I want to give back to you all, the people who make this possible. So we'll be doing a lot more of those, at least once a month, if not even more, especially during the bear market. So I think the last one I did was a $300 giveaway right here on Twitter. So stay locked in. We'll be doing more of those. I've been looking in Tectonic. What I'm reading is that they're still developing, probably going to be developing for a while. What's your opinion? Tectonic is on the Kronos chain too. I like it. I like that in VVS Finance. I've talked to my guy Oscar a little bit about those, and he's big proponents of a lot of things building on the Kronos chain. So I do like it. Yeah, but I think it's a little ways away. Travis is in the house. What's up, Trav? Please tell me about WaxP. WaxP, I don't know much about it. I know it's a big token. It's a top 100. I do know that much, but I haven't dove into that one a little bit or a lot. Love your channel. What do you think of Lucky Block? Don't know about that one either, Robert. With so many cryptos out there, guys, it's hard to keep all this stuff in check. Warren Jones is in the house. Zach, most of my crypto is in MetaMask, but lately when I buy ETH to purchase to the bag, the remaining balance of ETH disappears. MetaMask is not helpful. I'm afraid for the rest of my wallet. Any suggestion? Okay. I've never seen that, Warren. Does it come back or does it just disappear for a minute and then reappear? Or just want to make sure I'm understanding the question properly, but I have not experienced that. Like, does it go to zero and then come back? Love the content you provide. Sorry if this is a dumb question, but would the crypto space be involved in any way in bringing in regulation? Paul, I'm not sure if the crypto space will bring on regulation, but governments will bring regulation to crypto. That is definitely happening here in the United States and in other places. Some places already have some regulation in place. Other places are trying to figure that out. Like the United States, it's an ongoing debate. Biden has put like a task of people together months ago, earlier in 2022. We're supposed to hear something in October. Biden is supposed to meet with G20 members to figure out the whole stablecoin issue. The big thing with stablecoins are that they hit home to governments because they act as digital dollars. They act as a currency that could be transacted with, and it replicates that of the dollar, or let's say in Mexico, for example, the peso, right? So that needs to be addressed because the government doesn't like that because they don't have control over it. And in like USDC's case, it's backed by Circle, and it's actually a solid stablecoin. So hopefully they work around some of the good stablecoins, not the algorithmic ones, right? Those are for the birds, in my opinion. Those don't work. You could see that what happened with UST. Look on Etherscan and see if it's being transferred soon as you deposit. That's a telltale sign it's compromised. Yes, Foxy, that's a good point. Hopefully that's not the case. Let's see here. Any recent news about Gala? Let's see. Actually, I look at it every day. I don't think there's been any big news on Gala. I bought a Gala shirt on Amazon yesterday because it was Amazon Prime Day. So I got a bunch of crypto shirts coming in Friday. I'm pretty pumped about that. I bought like 8 shirts last night. I went on a shopping spree, a bunch of crypto shirts. They always have some really cool streams about the various games that they are bringing to the blockchain. So I would stay locked into their Twitter page. Let's see here. Their Elder Mint has turned into so nothing big here. But if you're interested in kind of learning more about their games, they do have a lot of live streams with their games. So I would definitely check these out. But nothing major right now. But Gala, I mean, I think it has so much potential, guys. I mean, it's one of my favorites to accumulate right now. It's back down below 5 cents. Yeah, I bought a ton of shirts off Amazon yesterday. Let's see. Let me see if I can find my orders. Let's see. I think this should be the same login. I bought some new lighting too for the studio. I got a bunch of deals on Prime Day. I've been waiting for this. Been waiting to go ham on Prime Day. Game is coming out end of the year. Check out their website. Game trailer dropping August 3rd. We'll be burning SHIB in the game. Crypto Seas, thank you, man. And he's talking about the Shiba Punks play to earn game. So I appreciate that $5 donation again, man. Appreciate you. I would love for you to check out Radix DLT Layer 1. Do you know the coin? No, I don't. BTC is pumping. Pathway to leadership. A little bit. Not too much, but yeah, a little bit. Not really. Forgot about Prime Day. Yeah. Is it still happening today or was it the last 2 days? I'm not sure. But it was definitely happening the last night. Have I played Gods Unchained? No, Timsky, but I've seen the trailers and stuff like that. It looks sick. The ETH goes out but doesn't come back. If you're in the Discord, hit up one of the moderators to check into it for you. Yeah, Warren, if you are in the Discord, man, let us help you out with that. We hope it's not a situation where you got compromised, man. Don't click on anything you don't know what it is, right? That's the big thing. Appreciate everybody here. Any new subscribers out there, let me know in chat. We're 4 away from hitting 91.6, 4 subscribers away. So if you want to help us get there, would appreciate you subscribing to the channel and also hitting that like button. Always helps us out. Hopefully you're getting some value here this morning. We've got a back-to-back live stream day for you lined up. So that's going to be a lot of fun. So here is our guest coming on at 12 o'clock, Doug Boneparth, president of Bonafide Wealth, CNBC Advisor Council, author of Millennial Money Fix, and a founder of a crypto NFT project. Over 200,000 followers on his Twitter page, and we can check out what Douglas brings to the table here in the bio. I mean, just a ton of experience. He's the leading media source and influencer on millennial finance, appearing on CNBC's On the Money and Nightly Business Report, ABC's World News Tonight, and Good Morning America, and Cheddar, as well as the New York Times and Wall Street Journal. He's got a ton of experience. He's wrote books within business, and he noticed a huge hole in the industry, advice for millennials. This advice, though, will go for everybody, just how to navigate these waters right now. And I can't wait to sit down with Douglas today at 12 o'clock, just about an hour away for that. So come on back with us to the channel. That link is already up there on my page. So very much looking forward to that. Hopefully you can join us for that at 12 o'clock Eastern and, glean from that what you will. And I think it's going to be a great conversation. Let's see here. Ken, thank you so much, Ken, for the $5 donation, man. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. No different than random scam texts with links. Exactly. Don't click them. It's going to be a struggle for us delivery drivers this next week. The problem I see with NFT blockchain games is that they are so expensive to get into. Thank you, Zach. Love your channel. Appreciate that, man. What do you think about Carecoin? I don't know much about that. I think a few months. When do you think the bottom will be? I don't know. I don't know. I'm not going to try to guess it, man. I'm just going to be prepared. I'll just be prepared for whatever happens. I'm not going to spend time trying to be the best guesser, right? I don't know. I'll just accumulate cash on the sidelines and be ready. What's up, Edward? Indian struggling with 28% tax and 1% on every transaction. Zach, how are you? What's up? Yeah, that's brutal, man. In terms of how India's regulated that, you resemble All In Crypto. I don't know who that is. Hey, Zach, thoughts on Lillian Finance? Listen, man, Lillian Finance was one I was super excited about, and hopefully it does well, similar to Saitama. But I got kind of personally duped from the dev team, and it left kind of a sour taste in my mouth. And I don't wish anything bad to them or their project, but I've again moved on. So that's where that is. But wish the best for him. Let's check out a couple more small caps before we head out of here. Ooh, Apollo's bouncing back a little bit. It's up 14% today. I like to see that. There we go. Apollo's bouncing a little bit. Where's SHIB? Sitting at that 10.3. ApeCoin's up 2%. Cult's up 1.5%. Volt's back up to 7.8. Terrarium is up about 5%, almost to that 17 range again. Good to see WAGMI having a green day. It's been brutal on the charts for WAGMI, but listened into a Twitter space with WAGMI yesterday, and they're still building. They've got the great partnerships with Immutable X and the GameStop NFTs, GameStop NFT platform, and of course BTFA. That's the biggest winner right now. BTFA is one of the big winners right now in the small cap space. My light just went out. Hold on. There we go. Yeah, BTFA continues to build, guys. And listen to this. A lot of big catalysts still coming in July for BTFA. I'll have a video out today on BTFA and Bandex. BTFA currently about an $8 million market cap. Bandex currently about $2 million market cap. Let's see. And currently right about a $2 million market cap, up 70% on the week. And keep your eyes peeled because a lot more exchange listings are in the works and some other big news for both tokens here. That's what I've got for you here in this live stream. Thank you so much. Just a little over an hour in this one. I've got to get ready and prepare for the next one. Again, coming up at noon, come over and join us. Douglas Boneparth will be joining us at noon Eastern, just about an hour from now. Can't wait to see you in that one. And take care, everybody. I'll see you in a little bit. And have a good day. See you.